Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Quilting with Stephanie Stitches. And today is the 2-color quilt challenge. And I have my good friend Shannon here of SleighArts because this is our challenge together. So hi, Shannon.
Hi. Hey, everybody. I'm so excited for tonight.
Oh, me too. It's good to see you, of course, as always. I love hanging out with Shannon.
Likewise,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying likewise. It's always the best part of the month.
Thank you. So you guys picked the Martha Washington star block, yay! And the odds and ends block, which I need to pull up my pattern for that. So we are going to work on those today. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's already sending in your blocks. We've gotten what, 4 or 5 so far?
And well, and I didn't go back to look to see. I may have gotten a couple that you didn't because it's my month on my channel. So I think there were a couple that, So nice. I think we're at like 6.
Awesome. So we are collecting those pictures. So if you guys when you finish your blocks, we would love for you to send them to us. You know, it's not a requirement, but if you'd like to, we'd love to see them because we like sharing them with everybody. But Shannon and I love seeing them for the inspiration. So
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We got, Shannon, I didn't tell you this yet because it just happened today, but we got 4 new people sign up today.
Holy cow. I know a couple people from Sunday said they signed up. So holy man.
We are up to 224 now.
That's so exciting.
I know. So I sent all those folks their blocks. And if I did miss anybody, if you're out there watching, please send me an email at stephanies.stitches@yahoo.com. My email is in the description box below this video. I think I got everybody, but because it timestamps them when you guys send in your request. So I looked at everybody past when I sent the blocks out this month. So if I did miss anybody, though, I apologize. Just send me an email and I'll shoot you those blocks, especially if you're new and maybe you got this month's blocks, but you didn't get previous months. Definitely email me and I'll send you the previous months. So,
yeah, that's a lot to keep track of. I feel your pain with the Village Green and the Carnival. I'm like, did I get everybody's name?
Yes, as our list grows too, it's getting more difficult because we have had people pop in and I'll send out all the new blocks and then they'll send me an email saying, oh, I didn't get those. Well, I'm not resending everything every month. So, you know,
right.
Definitely if you're new, make sure you shoot me an email back, reply to if you've caught the new blocks and say, hey, I need the first 3 months or whatever. So, and I'd be happy to send it to you guys. So
yeah. Super cool. Yeah. Yay.
I'll let Shannon talk about what she's up to because I'm sure she's got some coming up this weekend while I pull up my patterns for today.
Cool. Typical shenanigans on my channel. I want to thank everybody first and foremost. Sunday I did an all day 8-hour live sew, and so many of you were there to support me as I was working through Mini Sculliver. And if you did, I was so proud. I put his picture on all of my socials. So if you haven't seen it, I was like, everybody needs to see him. But I'm so excited about what I got done. And I'm so thankful of the support and the good conversation. That never fails. You guys are just a hoot to hang out with. And it was a lot of fun. And Stephanie was there. We had some folks, some surprise guests on Zoom. Stephen of Idiot Quilter, Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter. I love the Idiot Quilter part of it, so I always end up saying that fast.
Yeah,
that first one. And Russ and Ingrid and Donna from the Walnut Port. If you've ever if you are a retreater, so and it was just such a great time. It was such a good time, and I appreciate it so much. And now I just have two more rows to do of 4 blocks each. So
awesome!
Almost there.
Rocking it. You are rocking it. That's awesome.
So that'll be my Sunday still, but just won't be an 8-hour for this coming up Sunday because I felt good afterwards. But wow, I was tired.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you were. Yeah. Cool. It was fun. It was a fun day. It was fun to not only sew with you because you know you and I sew together quite frequently, so that's always fun. But it was fun to see Donna and sew with Ingrid and like you said, Stephen and Russ. So Yeah.
Such a good time.
Yeah. Good people. So I just want to say hi really quick to some of the people here in the chat.
Yeah.
Diana Corday is here from Bermuda. Hi, Diana. Good to see you. Mimsy's here. She said going live also. Yeah, I had the Balthazar's Bazaar going on. Tough time slot. Well, it was our time slot first. That's all I'm gonna say. We can't change our time, and we actually plan this time because we know they go live at 8 every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this month they are doing their bazaar. Well, unfortunately, it's cool to see all the stuff, but we have to keep our time slot because Shannon has other commitments. I have other commitments, so it is what it is. That's okay. There's always the replay. Hi, darling. Good to see you. Hi, Charlotte. I saw your blocks today. They're gorgeous.
Yes.
Judy, hi there. Good to see you. Del Marie's here from California. Hi, Del Marie. Can't wait to see you in a week here. Yay. Get to see her at the Washington retreat. Oh, Philippa's here from Australia. Get to see her in a week too. I am getting so excited about that retreat. Just I love that area of the country. It's beautiful. And I get to meet some new people this year. And so that's going to be really fun.
That's so fun. And it's awesome to see the folks that you remember from the year before and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
The faces are just exciting too, to like bring them into the fold. Except
there's a little sadness about that too, because there's a couple people that I really, really love that came last year, a gal from Canada and one gal who lives right there in Washington that just weren't able to make it this year for different reasons. And I'm really going to miss them because I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, oh, it's going to be sad they're not there. But, you know, hopefully I'll get to see them again in the future. So, okay. And I just messed up.
Russ.
Jacqueline's here. Linda's here. Christine's here. Oh my gosh. She said it's 105 plus in Texas. No, thank you.
Nope.
You can keep it.
I was just telling Stephanie about going out for base drops 2-week post-op. My kitty had surgery. I can't help it. I just talk about him so much, but it was 91 outside and I said that was too hot. I can't.
Yeah. Anything above like 88 and I'm done.
Yeah. I'll stay in the AC.
Yep. Hi, MJ. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Russ, good to see you. I know Shannon said hi already. Let's see.
Oh, Patty C said you're saving us all money.
Designs by Christina. Christina's good to see you. Yvette Hartsow is here. Good to see you. Colleen's here. I think I saw her blocks too, right? I think Colleen set her blocks in.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she's working on the reverse now tonight. Matthew, good to see you. I'll see you in a week as well. I can't believe it's so close.
It's
Judy said, I took a nap for you. Yay! Tamara's here. Hey, Tamara, good to see you. And Quilting with Helen, Patty, and Sarah. All right, guys. Well, I think I caught everybody. If I didn't, I apologize. Oh, Melissa. I missed Melissa. Good to see everybody. I'm going to shut up and get sewing. Oh, it's been a long day today, but a good day, just a long day.
Yeah.
My husband just got home right before I got on with Shannon, and he's leaving bright and early at 7 a.m. again in the morning. So,
oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's a busy week here in our household.
That's a lot of travel, and it's you were saying. I mean, it's a surprise trip this week, right? So right before you're leaving, he's gone.
Well, it's not quite a surprise. I mean, we knew that there was going to be a trip sometime coming up, but we thought it was going to be like 2 weeks ago, so I'd have more of a gap before I left.
Yeah.
The president of his company is based out of Japan, and the president of his company is in Detroit, Michigan. And he said, I want to meet you in person because they've only ever met over Zoom. And he said, can you come up? And he's like, these are the dates I'm going to be there. And my husband's like, okay.
You don't say no to that. How do you say no to that?
Yeah, say no to that. I mean, he's the president of the company. So he's in town. So so he had to go up yesterday. He left yesterday morning to go up to Detroit, and he just got home, like I said, a little bit ago. And then tomorrow he has to go down to Columbus, which isn't too far from us, but he's going to be there for until Friday night. He's got some customers down there he's got to visit, and a guy flying out from like technical services in their company that he's going to go around and see the customers with. So Yeah, it's a busy week, and it just so happened that it fell the week right before I leave. So things are a
Yeah.
little bit nutty around here. Because I'm scrambling to get everything done and have all the kids by myself, which is not really by myself. I have Sarah, she's amazing. So
She's a good big sis.
she's been awesome today. She's been helping me out so much. We had lunch and she was like, go down and get some stuff done. I'll do the dishes. And I'm like, you are awesome.
Oh,
So
hey, Sherlock Sews and Patricia. Do we ever say hi to
there.
Patricia? Hi to Patricia. I can't remember. Is there any way we can get more blocks if we want a bigger quilt? Well,
Make more.
yeah.
You could do what Charlotte's, or not Charlotte, I'm sorry, Colleen's doing, and do the reverse.
Yep.
Yeah. She's reversing all the colors. So like what is blue now, she would make white and make the other part blue, like flip them.
Yeah. Which is going to look really cool.
Yeah, that's going to look awesome.
You can also search for 12.5-inch blocks. I'm just not, I don't ever want to recommend where you would have to spend money. And those block boxes that they cost money. So but you can certainly find 12.5-inch unfinished blocks.
Oh yeah, all over the internet. Yep.
Out there. Yeah.
Definitely.
Apparently,
I do have a wonderful daughter, Dummery, you're right.
Sarah's such a good, I was going to say kid, a very good young lady.
Yes,
she's
you call her a kid
amazing.
now, she gets mad.
She's a wonderful young lady.
She is. She's a sweet girl. She turns into a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde during her hormone time. But other than that, she's a really good kid.
I can see, I can relate.
Oh yeah, I mean anybody gets that, especially she's the age where her hormones still haven't really settled out yet or anything. So
yeah, there's like no regulation happening.
There's no regulation, and it's so funny to see because she is such a good kid, and then she turns into this like mega beast, and we're like, what happened to our good kid?
Nobody moved.
I know, and then she comes back to normal, and we're like, oh okay, it's all good.
Thank you.
So, but she's such a good kid.
You have just amazing kids. You guys have incredible kiddos all the way around. We just got to spend a lot of good time with Sarah there in Millersburg, so she's got a special place in our hearts.
And you got to meet my youngest, my crazy.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
He's so sweet though. He's so full of energy and crazy, but he really is very sweet.
When he was running around us at the dining room table, oh my gosh. Just the cutest little, and he was having so much fun, like teasing us. He would stop before we could catch him, and then he would go the other direction.
Yeah.
Such a cute
Jinker.
Oh,
he's so thoughtful though, especially with Luke. Like he always makes sure that Luke is fed first. Like he'll say, here, Luke, he'll hand him food, and I'll hand him, he's just so thoughtful. He's such a sweet little boy. Ooh.
where can I see other examples of the Martha Washington star?
Probably if you Google it.
Yeah, let's see what I come up with. Oh, I see. Some of them will have a different color in the pinwheel. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, here's a good two color. Let me see if the image will pull up. Oh, that was not a good image. That was like from like 1953 bad green.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
Ooh.
Felipa said, my Sydney is like that. We call her Venus. Pretty as a flower mostly, but when that tongue comes out, you get whipped. Yes, that is Sarah. Cameron said, Edry has the cutest grin too. Yeah.
There's a good blue and white one there, Stephanie.
That is really pretty.
Where it's different prints of the blue.
Yeah.
No, the blue is all the same print. The whites are different prints. So still color, yeah.
I like it.
Good.
Very, very nice. Melissa said, Shannon, are you doing another 8-hour sewing live?
I will be at the end of August. So this gives me a very good goal to hit getting the last 2 rows of mini Sculliver done before that, the August 27th. Yep, August 27th will be another 8-hour sew, and I'm going to start BJ the Blue Jay that weekend. Nice. So that one's going to be a little bit more difficult. That one's very intricate.
That one's a larger one, like the deep dive, right?
It where do I have him? Now I can't remember what size he is. He's not 8x8. He might be mini Sculliver size. I think he's mini Sculliver size, but a 3 dot where mini Sculliver is 1 dot.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of individual units in each of the blocks, especially in his tails, his one tail, the singular tail that a bird needs. There.
The feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I wish I could keep all that information in my noggin and just like say it out, without having to think about it. But no,
but we have so many projects going on. There's no way either of us could think about it. Sometimes people ask me about something, I'll be like, I'm like, I really have it in there somewhere. Just it takes a minute for my files to upload.
Yep. Did that happen yesterday? Because yesterday is a blur now. I have no idea.
Wait, that was yesterday? That was 2 days ago. Yeah, I know.
I remember when I had just graduated culinary school and I was working at the restaurant for the first time, and I was training, and I was able to take orders, not have to write anything down, take everybody's order, clock people in, have all those people's numbers in my head and the orders in my head and not get anything wrong. And then 2 years later, nope, not even 2 years later, a year and a half later, I get pregnant and all brain cells are sucked out of my head. There is no more remembering anything.
That's right. Pregnancy brain is a real thing.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a callback, Russ. Woo. How do you know that? How does he know?
What did he say?
Barney the dinosaur's like little sister and baby brother and stuff. What in the world?
Oh gosh, Barney, that's throwing it back.
Okay, Harmonica, thank you for joining.
And you can leave Barney right where he came from.
Oy vey.
We don't need him again.
Nope. Both kids were, Lauren was aging out and Evan was too young for that madness.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
My nieces, my oldest nieces who are in their mid-20s now, they love those. Do you guys remember those Teletubby things?
Yep.
Oh, those were horrible.
Yep. But man, I get it. If you need a moment to like go to the bathroom or to make dinner, anything that's gonna have the kids be zoned out for a little bit to give you time, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Ours was Sarah really liked Dora when she was little.
Yeah.
And we used to call Dora Christopher's first girlfriend because he loved Dora too.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, Bear in the Big Blue House. Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, now Bear I did like.
Yeah, I did too.
Actually had that video game on one of the PlayStations or something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Wiggles. No.
I think they're still like actually a thing.
I think so, but I think they're bigger, like, in Australia than they are here, but
Well, yeah.
and which makes total sense, but I think there's a whole new cast though, right?
Yes.
I mean, there'd have to be. Those guys would
right.
be
Like 90-year-old men now.
right.
Salad, yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
Only it has to be blended because I can't chew anymore.
Right. Russ said he had a crush on Steve from Blue's Clues. So in today's world, I'm a fan of Joe. That's funny.
Was there? I think everybody had a crush on Steve, and then when he came out during the pandemic, oh my lord, I was like, oh look, he's still alive.
That's funny, Russ. When my daughter and I get the mail, sometimes we'll sing the mail song. The original one. I don't know if it's the same one now because they don't watch it, but.
Aw, and nobody can sing the map song from Dora because nobody knows what a map is anymore.
Yeah. Oh, Philippa said only one original member. I think she's talking about the Wiggles.
Oh, wow.
Greg the Yellow Wiggle actually had a heart attack during a live performance. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that's terrible.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have a very sick sense of humor. That is the day the Wiggles taught kids about CPR.
She said the one named Anthony is still in the cast. I don't
know. So Anthony is still there. Well, that's pretty, I mean, good on him. Listen, if what's his name from Rolling Stones can still be out there rocking.
Judy said, I know what a nap is. I try to take one every day since I retired.
Good. Oh, smart.
That's cute.
Smart, smart, smart.
Oh, he's okay now, she said. He's had a heart attack, but he's okay now.
Oh, that's good. Tammy used a map plotting out the shop hop. Go ahead.
Mhm.
I remember traveling with my parents and stuff, and that would be the most fun part. We would, make sure we had our, was it ABC maps, right? Oh, that was so fun.
I loved plotting out maps. It was so fun.
Back in the day when you had to print out MapQuest and they were like 75 pages.
Right? Yep.
Still wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Oh, God bless you, Judy. Is that, yeah, that's Mick Jagger, right? Yeah.
It's so interesting how far we've come with stuff like maps in just a short span of time, because when Sarah was like, I don't know, Christopher was born, and so Sarah was probably 4 and Christopher was 2. We went to Florida as a family for the first time. We had that like stack of MapQuest maps, right? The printouts. And didn't work too good. And we're out in the middle of nowhere, got lost in Alabama. And that's when like, I feel like GPS was there, but it was like not everywhere yet. So we were in one of those spots where it was like non-existent.
Not gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's...
And my husband was supposed to be navigating. Well, he wasn't a very good map reader. So I kept saying, do you want to drive so I can navigate? He goes, no, I don't want to drive right now. Okay. He failed to mention like a turn that we needed to take, and we were driving east for quite a while, and I was like, this feels like we're going way too far. Like I feel like we're going now towards Georgia instead of Florida, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I think it's fine. And I was like, you sure? Check those maps. And he's like digging through all the pages, and he's like, I don't know. And I was like, there's a gas station up here, let me pull over and see if we can figure out where we're at, get a real map, because it was just a MapQuest map, so we didn't have like a real map.
Yeah.
They didn't have a map in there. And the guy was like, yeah, you're going the wrong way. He's like, you need to go south. He goes, if you take this next turn down here. Well, I don't think Keith heard which turn was the correct turn. So we turned south, what seemed like was a decent road. We ran smack into like some kind of army base, and they had these big guns, and they're like, what are you doing here? We're like, sorry.
We have no idea.
Like,
we really wish we were. Oh my gosh.
But they gave really good directions for us to go around. So we had to go back up the road and like turn on this other road. That took us all the way around, like kind of the outside of the base. And then he's like, once you hit blah, blah, blah road on the other side, just keep going south and you'll hit where you're going. I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
But that was like freaky. We're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, that is
okay.
You don't want to end up on a super secret base.
I will tell you that my husband and I get along pretty well, but there was an argument that day. Well, part of it is he did not want to stop and ask for directions at the gas station. So he just went in and was like, oh, there's no maps. I'm like, did you ask them where to go? He's like, no. And I'm like,
I would have to admit I didn't know where I was going.
Yeah. And he goes, go ask them. He's like, no. And I'm like, go ask them. So I made him, and he did, but I don't think he was listening too well because he didn't want to admit that he needed help. So that's okay. We made it there eventually, but I will never let him forget that one though. I mean, we talk about it and it's funny now, but
yeah. time heals all those wounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, your story just proved Russ's point. He said 75 pages, and heaven forbid you take one wrong turn.
Right? Yeah. Then you're digging through all the pages going, where did I turn? Where did I go wrong? And you can't find it because there's so many directions and you're already frustrated. Yep. We used to like to, we're AAA members and used to like getting those triptych things. Have you guys ever gotten those?
Yeah.
Where they
Well,
mapped it
not
all out.
me,
And it was, yeah. But they mapped it all out for you and it was like all colored. It was like a flip chart type thing. It was kind of cool.
Jason is saying it took a long time for their address to show up on Google Maps. Made it interesting trying to get friends there. They're taking the scenic route.
Yeah. Russ said AAA triptychs were awesome, right? And Melissa said those were cool. Yeah. And after you're done using them, you could like hand them to the kids to play with. They were cool. I wonder if they even teach kids in schools anymore what a map is, because
I mean, they got to, right? For geography. Yeah, that's the word.
yeah.
Almost said geometry. That's not the right word.
Hi, Priscilla. Good to see you. Matthew said asking for directions is totally useless to me. I have to look at a map ahead of time so my brain can have a mental model of the area in my head. Yep.
Now that part of not wanting to ask for directions makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Being stubborn about it does not.
Right. Well, Philippa just said that. She said, why don't men like to ask directions? My husband is the same. Why? I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's that they have to admit that they don't know everything.
Yeah. Hey, so Terry. Oh, Mimsy says AAA still does the triptychs.
Oh,
just
do
use
they?
one in July. Oh, well, that's fun.
Cool. I didn't know they still did it. I figured with technology and stuff, they'd be like, yeah, we're not printing those anymore. That's cool.
Let's see. Asking directions in a small town is useless. Drive down. That it seems so stereotypical, but my dad is from a very small town in Tennessee, and I remember driving down there for my very first time as a like fairly new driver. I was 18, so I've been driving for a couple years, but I hadn't driven that far. It was 15 hours away, and was asking for directions, and the guy was like, you're gonna turn," in a very southern accent, but I'm not gonna do it. "You're gonna turn left by the Piggly Wiggly, and then you're gonna go a couple blocks. You'll pass a farm. The farm will have a red horse thing, like a poster board thing." And I was like, "Oh, I'm never gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna start hearing dueling banjos, and I'm gonna cry." So stereotypical, but it's exactly how it. Oh gosh,
That's funny.
All he needed was a friend with him on his on his front step to say, "Oh no, you're going to turn right into Piggly Wiggly,
Yeah.
not left."
That's right. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I did the Martha Washington star first, since Del Marie was asking. This is what it looks like.
So pretty.
Tamara said, speaking of road trips, is your Quilt Guild show 9:15 to 9:17 in Oberlin? I'll need to use the map again. Marla pointed out there's an app that will route multiple stops. It is, but I won't be there because I'll be at the Nut House and I won't have any quilts in it because I'll be at the Nut House. I didn't want to commit my husband. He's so nice. Like, he would be willing to do it, but I feel bad. Like, hey, go run and take my quilts here. Go pick them up, because he would have to do both while I'm gone. So
Yeah.
I chose not to put any in this year. He's already going to have to pick up my quilts from the Lorain County Fair because the pickup is when I'm still in Washington. So I didn't want to have to make him do one more thing. It's hard when you have 4 kids. I mean, when I have them by myself, we work really well as a team. When I have them by myself, it's not that I can't do it, but it's harder. And so
Yeah.
I don't want to put any more work on him. Thanks, Ingrid.
Hey,
Oh,
Ingrid.
Del Marie said show it again. Okay, I'll bring it closer. Hold on. Don't look at my points because the one is like a little bit off. So, but I don't care. It's fine. Cool, Del Marie. Melissa said, every time you say the Nut House, it makes me smile. It makes us laugh too. And it is the Nut House. It's fun and nutty.
I can't wait to see Mr. Nuthouse again.
Yes. He actually just emailed me today and asked me a question. So I gotta get back to him, but I was like, oh, it'll be so fun to see him again. Thanks, Melissa. She said she needs to make it to that retreat too. Awesome. That would be fun.
You were talking about winning the lottery and buying a retreat space. It would have to be like, a multi-floor hotel space. So everybody.
Yeah. No, that would be amazing. Like, that's the dream, right?
Yeah.
Win the lottery. I already have it all mapped out in my head how I want it to look. How I want the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the sewing space, the little kitchen area. Like, yeah. Now it's just money. I need to fund it.
Yeah. Funny how that stands in the way of pretty much everything.
Of everything, yeah. One of my favorite things to do besides quilting and probably this is why I like to design quilt patterns. I've always liked to draw like house plans.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, like on graph paper, I've always loved to do that. So I've got this whole like plan of how I do the retreat center. So, yep. I just need like a rich millionaire to say, here's some money. Go ahead and do a retreat center.
Please feel free. Yep. It's always been my dream to give someone money to do that.
Right? And I could just have retreats there all year round. That could be my job. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Where is your dream location for doing that?
To be honest with you, I would probably just do it in Ohio because there is a lot of quilters here in Ohio,
Yeah.
And there's people, and honestly, this is something I never thought would happen. It has amazed me how many people have been willing to travel like to where I'm at, like to Millersburg, right? From all over the country. And I'm just like, wow, you're like flying that far for my retreat. It's just been amazing. I just can't believe it. And so I mean, I think it would be okay to just have it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Marla said, how about the Lorain County Fair when we do Lakewood? When are you guys doing Lakewood? That's really close to me. And I'm going to be at the Lorain County Fair on, I forget what date it is, the 20, whatever the Monday is before the 21st.
Well, it sounds like that's when they're doing Lakewood.
Actually, that's funny because I'll be on Lakewood on the 21st because I'm meeting my aunt up there. So, because she wants to go to one of the quilt shops there.
Oh.
So. Jackie said, how long does an acorn pen tip last? Well, it just sort of depends on how much you use it. I use this thing every day, you guys know that. And I kind of wait till the end starts looking kind of chewed up, which it's starting to get to that point right now. I don't know if it'll show in the camera because it's like white. It's starting to get to that point now where I probably need to change it. You'll know though, because if you hold your pen this way, like upside down where the tip is down, if it starts dripping liquid out, it's time to change it.
I'm getting close.
Yeah. Like if you go to put it down on your fabric, other than if you just pressed it to get liquid to start coming out, if you're just using it and it's dripping, it's definitely time to change your tip. But I use them until that pretty much happens, because the tips are sort of pricey, but you do get, I think it's what, 5 in a pack or something.
Yeah.
And I think as heavy of a user as I am, I think I only change my tip like once, maybe twice a year. So because if the end starts getting ratty, I'll just sometimes take my scissors and like trim off the little stuff.
Yep.
Felipa said, build it and they will come.
That is so true.
Melissa said, I would have a good reason to go back to Ohio. And Sherry said, yay for Ohio. Hi, Lynn, good to see you. Marla said, I will manage it for you. Sure, I'll build you like a little caretaker's room, Marla.
Oh my gosh.
That would be awesome.
So cute.
You're welcome, Jackie. Okay, now let me work on this other block. There we go. Okay. Charlotte said, I use my acorn a lot and I'm still on my first tip in about 3 months. Yeah. They do last quite a while. When they first came out, they didn't actually have the tip replacements. You had to replace the whole pen.
Oh, wow.
So I'm glad they do that now, because really the pen, unless, you know, you crack it or melt it with your iron, which I might have done at some point.
Yeah.
They really last pretty much forever. Don't put your pen next to your iron, just saying.
Oh, I love these little 4 patches and the odds and ends.
I know, they're so cute, right? Okay, I wonder if I have a burr on this needle, because my thread, which is Oracle, keeps creaking.
Hey, Fallon, how are you doing tonight? Hi, Jacqueline. Oh, I think we, yeah, you're thinking. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Ellen, good to see you. Thanks for coming. There we go. Cool.
Ooh, I signed up. I registered for QuiltCon 2024 today because
Oh, fun.
the I did not realize that membership awarded you like free registration, like for the show, not classes and stuff like that, but
Right.
like just to get into the quilt show. So I was very excited to see that.
Oh, so you became a member too?
I had done, I just realized that I might have done that backwards. Oh, we're good. I had signed up during the pandemic because everything was virtual. And so I was like,
Yeah.
cool. And then for some of the classes around here, I re-upped with DC, Modern Quilt Gold specifically. But when you do that, you're also a member of the larger community.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Cool.
And the classes that they do are really good. So I've not been sad that I've spent that money. I haven't gone to a single live thing, but or face-to-face thing, but the classes have been great.
Yeah. Fallon, are you going to go to QuiltCon? Just curious. Or maybe they're going to have a booth there. That would be cool.
Oh, get all of the goods.
I think you should enter one of your legit kits. I think that would be awesome.
Oh, okay. So talking about that, I did look to see what it takes to enter into the Frederick. We have our county fair here, and apparently it takes a wizard and a 12-year-old computer guru because they're online trying to figure out how to unless like you're making preserves or showing cows, it was impossible to figure out how to sign up for quilts.
Oh.
Needle crafts, tatting, totally great, easy, like individual places to check that you want to do that. Nowhere did it say quilts.
Oh.
So I don't know. Because I was thinking about doing the one that's hanging behind me.
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice, like a mini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get my feet wet. Just to try it out.
That's what I did the very first time I entered any kind. I did a small one because I was like too nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best way. Get your feet wet with a small thing. Yep.
Nice.
The very first time too, I will warn you, if you decide to do one, it's really hard to leave your baby behind. It's like it's like leaving one of your children. You're like, oh, my quilt.
Oh no. And do I trust these people?
Yeah. But it doesn't bother me anymore. But it did it the first time. I'm like, should I walk away? Is it okay? Is it gonna be fine?
It will be here when I get back, right? No. I don't know. I don't know. I was looking at it today and I'm like, because it's now almost 2 years ago that I made that. It's kind of very newer into my journey. And I'm like, oh, well, I would do that differently. And I would do that differently. And I think I'm picking too much.
You are, plus it's part of your journey. So you have,
Yeah. Yeah.
should be proud of it. You're awesome.
I love that thing. But I gotta maybe call them and say, okay, I am not computer illiterate. I work with computers all day long. I feel like I should be able to do this, but I can't figure out how to do this.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. I hope you do. When's your fair there?
September 13th.
Okay, so I would bet you should call sooner than later because usually they want you to register at least, like almost a month in advance.
Well, registration actually just opened.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're a late one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. I hope you do it.
Yeah. It'll be right before. Oh, so maybe it's not. It's the weekend before the Nut House. So is that
Oh,
the
okay.
13th, or is that the?
Yeah, something like that. Like the
Yeah.
14, 13, 12, 11, like 10, 9, 10, somewhere like that. Yeah. Let's see. Sherry said, are your retreats filled up? How far in advance do you have to register? So the retreats for this year are all filled up. I have Washington coming up next week, Pennsylvania in September, Georgia in December. And then next year, my Ohio retreat is filled up. I do have a wait list started. And sometimes people do cancel for various reasons, jobs, health, family, whatever. So I do have a wait list for that one. That is my largest retreat. And I can't take any more people than I already have because it's just me. And I guess I can say this now. Hopefully it's okay with Shannon, but Shannon's going to teach next year at my Millersburg retreat. So I'm really excited about that. And Shannon does help me out quite a bit. Her and Ingrid did help me this last year, and I really, really appreciated their help. But it's a lot to organize by yourself. And so I can't really take any more people than what I already have for that one. Pennsylvania I will be enrolling for next year, Pennsylvania, which is the same time as this year in September. The week after the current retreat in September is over. I'll be enrolling people. So if you're interested in the Pennsylvania retreat for 2024, it'll be at the Nut House again. And that registration will open a week after I get back from Walnutport. And then the Georgia retreat. So for 2024 leading into 2025. Gosh, that seems so far away.
Yeah.
So
it does, but so fast. I'm like, wow, it's Pennsylvania time again already.
I know it really has. It really has gone very fast. Of course, it helps that a lot of us stay connected through either like here, like YouTube, Zoom, Facebook, all that
Facebook
stuff.
Messenger,
yeah. It doesn't feel like we're so far away from each other. So, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, Fallon said, I hope to go, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Are you both going? Shannon's definitely going. She registered and I'm planning on going. I'm just not sure when yet. I've got to look at like hotel availability, cost, of course. I'm a little bit too far to drive with my husband's schedule. I'll probably have to like fly in. If I go, I'm going to fly in on Friday and then either fly out Saturday night or Sunday morning. So it'll be like a quick in and out. But yeah, I want to go, Fallon, because I've never been to QuiltCon. I've been to pretty much all the other big things in the country, which I'm very lucky to have done that, but I've never been to QuiltCon. So
if you need to fly in and you need someone to pick you up, you let me know.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
The more the merrier if you want to bed. My dad's already getting me and Ingrid, so
You're like, can we just keep adding on? I'm just gonna bring all my friends. Or just leave for the weekend because like we'll just take over your house.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You guys have plenty to go do. Go do something.
Yeah. Thank you though. I appreciate that.
Yes, Marla and Tammy, I am ecstatic and very nervous to teach live.
Oh, Philippa, that would be fun. She said she's hoping to go to the Georgia retreat 2024. That would be awesome.
That's awesome. And yeah, Fallon was saying, I'm guessing it's a retreat venue. Yeah, up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So for Millersburg, that one fills up really, really fast. I opened that up right after we finished Millersburg and it sells out in a day. So I know that one's really hard to get into, and a lot of people have said, can't you do a second one? You guys have to understand that I'm super busy, take out like, but I have 4 kids and I have one child with special needs. My husband travels a lot. I'm at capacity. I would love to add another one. It's just not in the cards right now. Maybe when my kids got older. but right now I can't. I'm pretty much at capacity of what I can handle. So yeah.
You're at capacity I don't understand for what you can handle. It's crazy. You're at max capacity.
Yeah, I handle stress pretty well, and actually deadlines feel good to me because it motivates me to get things done. But I will not lie, there a couple days ago, and I think I talked to you about this, Shannon, I was like almost at my breaking point. I was like ready to cry, and then but I got over it. I'm okay now, going good. But it just I'm at capacity right now, and a lot of it is my husband's schedule did change this year. He's always traveled, but he got a new job and he's traveling more. And it was like day travel before, and now it's like he's gone for a week. So it's just adjusting to him being gone. Just in the last 2 days, our youngest, who's super close to him, which is great. I love that he is. He loves mommy too, but he's like, "Where's daddy? Where's daddy? Where's daddy?" Like, so it's a little draining, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Maybe someday I would like to do another one in Millersburg, because I think there's definitely enough demand for it, but
Yeah, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Plus, those are the ones like Millersburg are the ones that you write the patterns for. Pennsylvania write patterns for.
Well, I write them for everyone except Georgia now. So
Yeah.
yeah, and that was something new at Washington this year, and I think that's why I was a little bit I don't want to say stressed, because I'm not really stressed, but I was a little bit like feeling overwhelmed because I felt like I was running out of time. Although I'm good now, I got everything pretty well underway. But last year we did Washington as a UFO whip retreat, and this year we're doing it I'm doing it as a project-led retreat. So I don't have to bring fabric and stuff to Washington, but I had to write all the pattern, and so it was just more on my plate than last year. So, and then with all the other changes, but I'm okay. It's all good. I just had a brief moment of panic.
What have I done?
But
yeah, Marla says super stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. But it's
ready. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, Matthew's got her ticket and her hotel room. She's ready to go.
Oh, you're coming? That's awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. You'll get to meet her. She's such a sweetheart.
Excellent.
Yay.
Could be a good time. Thank you, Ingrid. Yeah. Ingrid's the best hype girl ever.
Sherry said, I still don't know how you do it all, Steph. I don't sleep a whole lot. Yeah. And actually it's funny because my husband wasn't home last night, I went to bed earlier, and he always says, "Oh, you're a night owl." The reality is that he works late too, and he always says that I keep him from going to bed. Not true. I went to bed and I slept really well, so it was really nice because I got up today like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get all kind of stuff done, and I have. So yeah. But I don't normally sleep. I really only sleep like, I know it's really bad, but 4 or 5 hours a night at the most. So I'm getting a little bit more now than I do when the school's in. When the kids are doing school, I get less sleep. So
I think that's got to be a crazy time.
It's not too bad, except like when they're starting a new concept, then it gets busier. Or like at the end of the school year when we have to get their work evaluated, then it's a lot of work because you have to make a portfolio and put everything together and submit it, and hopefully hope that it gets approved and everything like that. So yeah. That's when there's a lot of work. So that's why, like, from May to June, I don't send out any emails. I don't respond to people. I don't put anything out about retreats because I'm literally like like so busy during that time. It's with their, because that's the most important thing, is getting their portfolios ready and approved. So. Or I should say it was, because Ohio changed the law this year that we don't have to do all that after this year. So it's going to make it so much better.
Yeah.
Yes, we homeschool, Melissa. Better than standardized testing. Yeah, that's probably true, Kay. Although I have no doubt that my kids would do fine with standardized testing, but I know testing can give kids like anxiety and stuff. So
Yeah, my Lauren was not a test taker.
yeah. Oh, thanks, MJ.
But then I know people who are really good at taking tests and don't know how to apply any of it into real life.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. That is so true. Evidence of that was like when I was in high school, our valedictorian, she was one of those people that took a bunch of AP classes. So her grade point was like more than 4.0. It was like 4.7 or some crazy stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she got into Harvard and got a full ride scholarship and flunked out her first semester.
Oh my gosh.
And we were all like, what?
Your first semester. That's like,
First semester.
wow.
Yeah. But well, that's because she was really good at taking tests, but I don't think it was just about that there, you know.
You had to apply what you were learning to, yeah.
So we were all like floored. We're like, no.
That's a bummer.
No. You're absolutely right. It's not just about the test. More about, I feel like anymore, especially nowadays, like the skills you know and how, if you know how to use them.
Yeah. Dog, what are you doing? Always something around here with these animals.
As long as he's not eating thread, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need to go through that ever again.
No. I'm good. I've been very good at using my little vacuum to clean up after every sewing session.
Yeah. Marla said, my 6-year-old granddaughter is starting first grade with a cast on her arm. She was running downhill with my 90-pound dog and they collided, broke in 2 places. Ow.
Oh, jeez.
That sounds painful.
Oh, the valedictorian. Wow. I had a lot of kids that were like considered like really good kids, you know, didn't go to parties, didn't get in any trouble, blah, blah, blah. Went to college and lost their dang minds. And they ended up coming back home too.
Gotcha. I had a roommate in college that did that. She was Mennonite, actually.
Oh, yeah.
She got to college and she lost her mind. It didn't work out well for her. Melissa said my younger 2 with Asperger's don't do well with written tests. Yeah, I could definitely see that. That's also part of the reason we homeschool, Melissa. I mean, not the only reason. We've always done it with the older 2, but there's no way Luke, our little guy that has autism, he could ever be in a public school setting. That would not work out well for him. So I don't think traditional schooling they wouldn't be able to measure like test you what he knows. He's super smart, but he doesn't speak or think or talk the way I hate to say normal.
Yeah.
I hate the word normal because
Socially
right.
accepted,
Yeah,
I
kids
guess.
do. Yeah. I don't like the word normal because I don't know what's normal really. Is anybody
Yeah.
normal? So Sophie Quilt said we homeschool too, but my kids are both in high school now, so they do online school. Yeah, ours don't. They tried online school for like half a year, 1 year, and they didn't like it. They like the books, so they do all books, and then Sarah's gonna do her classes at the local community college next year. So yeah,
That's gonna be cool.
yeah.
Awesome experience for her for sure.
Yeah. Marla said she goes back in 3 weeks and will take more x-rays and reevaluate. Oh, poor pumpkin. That's terrible. So Luke loves space stuff, and he's got a learning program on his tablet that kind of moves him up as he learns things, like it tests them in whatever way it tests them. And for the last several days, he was like walking around going, the moon, the stars. And of course, we understood that, those space things. And he goes, let's take a ride to, and whatever word he was saying, we could not understand. And we kept hearing him say, and this is going to sound horrible, we kept thinking he was saying ASS.
Oh.
It was ISS, the International Space Station.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. He's 5.
Kids pick up the coolest stuff. They're little just sponges.
Yes, he is. And Henry's thing right now is he really likes Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
But he can't pronounce F's great yet. So it's coming out like CRAP instead of CRAFT. And I keep saying, no, Minecraft. And he's like, mine, and I'm like, no. I'm like, please just don't say this in public.
That reminds me of the great joy I got as an older sister, where my sister could not pronounce the word truck correctly.
Oh. Yeah.
And she can't get in trouble for it because she can't pronounce it. It wasn't her fault.
No.
Say it again.
Okay, so I don't do this too often, but sometimes when I'm trying to go to sleep, if I'm not sleepy, I'll look at like some of the Instagram like reels or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And one mom had posted, not somebody I follow, just popped up randomly, a video of her trying to get her son to say dump truck. And he had that same problem, and he was using the F instead of the truck. And it was, I just about died laughing. And my husband's like, what are you watching?
What
and
is
I'm
that?
like, look at this kid, it's hilarious. And he's like, that is funny. Because that's, they can't help it, but
yeah,
you're like mortified because, it's not a word that you want your kid to say, although they're really not saying a bad word. They just can't pronounce it correctly.
Yes. Oh. It was all fun and games until I started getting in trouble for it.
Oh yeah, we learned that one the hard way when Sarah was little. Really the hard way. Have you ever seen the movie Spaceballs?
Yes.
I love that movie. I'm totally like a Mel Brooks fan.
Yes.
They're just funny. And the part where they're on the ship and he says, "Oh, what's your name? And what's your name?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm surrounded by a-holes," right? When Sarah was about 2.5, we had just watched the movie, and I was like 8 months pregnant with Christopher. So it was in the summertime, it was hot. So we went to an ice cream stand, and there was people everywhere. And we got all of our ice cream. There's nowhere to sit. And finally somebody jumped up. So I told Keith, I'm like, sit down with her, because I was too big to get into the picnic table,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And,
I remember those days. Yeah.
Sarah looks around at him and looks around at me and looks around the table and all the people standing, and she goes, "I knew it. We're surrounded by a-holes." And I'm like, I ran away so fast and jumped in the car and pretended like I didn't know them.
Oh,
So you learn with your oldest child. You need to really watch what they like, pay attention to what they see and what they are hearing.
yeah, because it will be used against you in the worst time.
That's the one he won't let me forget, because he's like, "You ran so fast and you left me to deal with it." But I guess everybody around like just laughed, which is good. But
yeah. All right, needs an iron, but the odds and ends is done.
oh, it's so pretty. I love your colors so much.
I know. And every time I finish, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy about these. And then I see everybody else's and I'm like, oh, dang, I should have done something else. And then I finish mine and I'm like, oh, this is great again. Ooh, what's sounding delicious?
Let's say
so
it says, Russ said, "This is groundbreaking news. Have y'all heard Chick-fil-A, which my youngest calls Chick-lale because he can't say the F, is introducing a new sandwich, pimento honey chicken."
That sounds divine.
Ingrid said, "That's awesome. She used the phrase perfectly." She really did. She knew how to. I was like, is it bad that our kid not only knows this phrase, but knows exactly when to use it?
The comedic timing is golden. I'm very proud.
Oh, I was proud of her in a way, but then I was embarrassed too. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let her daddy deal with this. Here's the funny thing. And I don't know if you guys have, the mothers out there have noticed that if your kid does something wrong in public, they look at the dad and they go, "Oh, poor guy, he's out here by himself and the kids are acting up." But they look at the mom and they go, "What is wrong with you? Why can't you get your kid under control?" Right? Have anybody else noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So that's why I ran away, because I'm like, these people are going to look, "Oh, this horrible mother is teaching her kid these things." So Melissa said her kids call it Chick-away. That's cute.
Oh.
Okay, here's my odds and ends.
Ooh. Love
Better
it.
points on that one than the other one. So that's good. Oh, Felipa. She said Chick-fil-A is on my list to try. We don't have it here. Oh, all right. I'm going to Google if there's a Chick-fil-A near us in Washington. Soviet Quilt said, "Got to go figure out dinner." Thanks for the fun chat. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Fallon.
Good to see you, Fallon.
Oh, thank you, Philip. Yay. I am faster on Arnie, but I am not Stephanie fast. So I have not done Martha yet.
That's all right. Matthew said, "Dang, I just saw a spider on the ceiling, but 85 degrees in here and I really don't feel like getting up."
Yep. Oh, bless you.
Was that your puppy?
Yeah, she sneezed.
Aw.
oldest one, Sadie, she's definitely allergic to summer, just everything.
Oh.
All right, Martha Washington, here we come.
Okay, Philippa, I found like 3 Chick-fil-A's in the Seattle area. We're going to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yes.
I have to introduce her to Chick-fil-A.
Absolutely. Now I know I went for dinner. I'm texting Lauren, Chick-fil-A. Okay, now that's them fighting. That wasn't even a sneeze anymore.
Matthew said there's a few around. There's one near me in Kirkland, and it's always super busy.
Oh, Jacqueline hasn't tried a Chick-fil-A either.
Oh gosh. Dara said, so how hard is the Martha Washington? It's not hard.
Oh, not yeah.
Nope.
I'm just a slow sewer. Ladies, have some respect.
Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just Googled it, and there's like 3 not too far from the airport in any direction. So
Nice.
We're going. Actually, there's several like on the way up to Camino. Maybe that will be our like lunch on the way.
Oh, yeah, smart.
Yeah. Judy said, get the wrap from there with ranch dressing. It's the only thing I like from there. The wrap is good. Yes.
I like the spicy deluxe with lettuce and tomato and the jack cheese.
Yeah, that's my husband's favorite. He likes that one. Shelly,
You were good people.
Hi, Shelly. Sorry, what?
I said I knew you were good peoples.
Good to see you, Shelly. Del Marie, I missed her comment. Can we go to the Indian restaurant one night? It was good. I would love to. You guys know I love Indian food. You can like, you don't have to twist my arm.
One of the best ones.
Felipa said, Del Marie, I love Indian. I'm keen. Yeah. I sort of forced a few people, Philippa, last year to go to the Indian restaurant, and had a few people that had never been to Indian food before try it, and I think they liked it. I think Mona was the balloonist, was one of the ones who had never had it, and I think she liked it all right. But yeah, you don't have to talk me into Indian food, that's for sure. That's my favorite food. Del Marie said, I got the odds and ends completed. The Martha cut and laid out, now starting to sew. Awesome. Matthew said, yeah, at I-5 in okay, I know where that's at. Alderwood and I-5 and 88th in Marysville should be kind of on the way. Okay, cool. We'll do that. I have to get her that. She has to try it. Shelly said, I'll eat Indian food every night if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think I'd eat it every night, but it is really good. I would eat it at least one night. Melissa said, Stephanie, my oopsie purple fabric is on the way. Oh, good. She had a little oopsie with the Lily she loved, but they're sending her some new fabric, so that's good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Matthew said, I'll join you all for the Indian food for sure. Awesome. Yay. Del Marie, it was your first time too? Yeah, I couldn't remember. I knew there was like a few of you that had never had Indian food before. So we only have one Indian restaurant by us, and it's about an hour away. So we don't go very often. So it's like a whole thing when we get to go. It's
Yeah, like a special occasion thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually we'll get enough that we have like leftovers for the next day for lunch, so we can experience it twice.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. That Indian place in Arlington was good. Yeah. If you are on here and you're from the Washington retreat and you haven't checked your email, please check your email. I sent you guys like the last email you're going to get from me with the directions and all that, or like the address to get there and all that. If you just Google Over the Rainbow Retreat, it sends you to the fabric shop. So don't go there. Make sure you go to the address that I sent you.
Yeah, that's
I
important.
mean, you'll like to go there because there's fabric, but it probably won't be open at the time you come, and we won't know where you're at.
You would have a good time though.
Yeah, except they're open really weird hours. Like they're only open unless you arrange it.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're only open a few days a week, and the days that they're open like 9:30 to 1 or 9:30 to 12:30 or something like that. It's really, really limited hours. So bye, Charlotte. Good to see you.
Hi, Charlotte.
I'm excited because this time I'm gonna actually I was very overwhelmed by the place last time, the fabric shop, but this time I'm gonna video it and show you guys.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the place that you and Russ were talking about in Georgia too. Like just the insane warehouses. Like I thought Zincs was overwhelming. I'm excited to see what you guys
Yeah.
show.
Oh, Math Geek said, and it doesn't really look like a fabric shop. I drove by it several times by accident last year. No, it doesn't, because it's like a barn that the lady converted on the back of her property. And buying a property like her house is like a mansion.
Wow.
And it's like behind her house, like you have to drive up this lane behind her house and you feel like you're invading her like personal space. And it's like in this big old converted barn. And then behind that barn is a smaller barn that has more fabric, which was like the hidden fabric that they let us go see. They have like 40, 50,000 bolts of fabric. It's, if you can't find something you like there, you have a problem.
That's incredible.
Melissa said, do you know a good place to order Aboriginal fabric? I need brown, green, and purple for a friend. I don't know. I know Quilts does a lot of that.
Yep.
Besides that, I don't know. So you could check with her. She does some beautiful things. Shelley Clark said, could be dangerous this time, Stephanie. Being overwhelmed might have helped your budget. Well, I also learned my lesson last year, Shelley, that I'm not to take it in my suitcase back home with me unless I only get a couple things, because my suitcase was overweight and then I ended up having to pay the overweight fee. So, so that will be a factor in keeping me purchasing too much too, because I am like a kid. I don't want to wait for my fabric to ship.
Yeah.
So the other issue is I need to tell them, if I do decide to get stuff and ship it, is don't ship it until like I'm gonna almost be back home. Else there's big box will come and my husband's gonna be like, what the heck did you get? I can't hide it as well if I ship it and he finds it first.
You got a plan.
Yeah. I do want to get some more of the Seattle fabric that I got last year. Shelly, that's one thing I want to get if they still have some. So I got just a yard thinking I would like make a pillow or something. just to like remember my time in Seattle. But the more I look at the fabric, because it's got all these different, it's got like the needle and like orcas and mountains, and I kind of want more so I can fussy cut it and maybe put it into a quilt top.
That's cool.
Yeah. So. MJ says that sounds kind of bizarre in a good way. If you're talking about the quilt shop, it's a little bizarre. You guys will see. I only took a picture from the outside last year, and I sort of regretted that I didn't like take more inside or take a video. I'm going to video this year. But like I said, I walked in. Well, they kind of talked to us about the quilt shop outside. The owner, the girl, not the owner, because she was sick with the COVID last year, so we didn't get to meet her. But one of the workers, she talked to us outside about the quilt shop and how it was laid out, and then kind of released us to let us go in there. Stepping in for just a few minutes, I had to step back out into the fresh air because I was overwhelmed. But you guys will see. But once you understand and you're prepared mentally, you know what you're getting into, it's definitely more manageable.
Yeah. Gee, minis. Russ just sent us a picture of the place of
Red Bear Fabrics, yeah.
Yeah. Whew.
Dara said you could have avoided the overweight fee by layering clothing. Had a friend did that once for the comedic effect. Girl, have you seen me? I don't need to put more layers on. By the end of the 5-hour flight, people would be like, "What's that smell?" From all the sweating. No. No, it was my bad. Like I should have, they offered to ship the stuff home. I should have just let them, but I was like, oh no, it'll fit in my suitcase. It did all fit in my suitcase, but I bought a kit that I wasn't planning on buying at the last minute, and I threw it in there, and that's what did it. It was Elizabeth Hartman kit. It threw the weight over. So, yep. Philippa said, my husband is buying hockey gear, so I'm good to go crazy.
There you go.
Sarah said, I'm sewing and listening, but I'm here. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Shelly Clark said, I got the white one, so I plan to use it as a low volume. Oh, I like that. That's a good idea. I was actually thinking, Shelly, if they have the different colors still this year. I'm pretty sure, and I got to pull it out before I come, but I'm pretty sure I got the blue. No surprise, the white with the blue. I think I would like to get the green and the red too, and like mix it up if I'm going to make a quilt top. Take your scuba gear and an oxygen tank. Some of it has to, oh, MJ says, how do they keep the fabric clean? Some of it has to be there for years. You know what? That's a really good question, MJ. I think the stuff like the outermost stuff probably sells better because you don't have to dig through racks to find it. And the stuff that has been there for a while, like they had a lot of older lines that I was really happy that they had. Like if anybody here knows who the Gasleys are, they had some of the Gasley stuff. And the Gasleys haven't been produced in several years now. So I was excited to find things like that. It was like a needle in a haystack kind of thing. And it was clean. I don't know how it stayed clean because I can't imagine they can clean and dust real well in that much, that kind of space, but somehow it was clean. So that's all I cared about.
These must have a really good air filter.
Maybe they could, yeah, maybe.
Well, there probably is kind of like all kinds of crazy like air, like temperature control and moisture and everything to have that much fabric in that spot. Yeah,
it could be. Yeah. Let's see. Philippa said, I've noticed that the airlines aren't shy in charging for baggage. Nope. And if you are like 0.5 ounces over over their weight limit, like they charge you. And it's like, depending on what airline, it's like $75 to $100.
Holy cow.
That one hurt. I was like, that quilt kit that I just saved, you know, like, because the kit I had, they give you a discount if you're at the retreat, which is very, very generous. It's a very nice discount. The kit that I got, I was like, I've been looking at that Elizabeth Hartman kit for over a year. And it was a pretty expensive kit. Of course, it came with like 18 yards of fabric, right? It was on sale, and they also honored the 20% off on top of that. I mean, I couldn't pass it up because it was like $90 cheaper than everywhere else. Well,
yeah.
Guess what? It cost me the same as everywhere else by the time I charged the baggage fee, but oh well, that's all right. And then when I got to the baggage counter, the lady's like, is there anything you can take out of this? No. Are you sure? Yeah. If I would have, I could. If I could, I would. Believe me, I don't want to pay the fee.
Yeah.
Hi, Vicki. Good to see you. Yes, we're at it again. We're working on our blocks.
Busy, busy, busy.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Lori says, how could Shannon please tell me how she cuts her foundation paper templates so nice?
I am insanely anal, and I use a ruler and cut it out as straight as possible most of the time. There are times when I'm like just trying to get it done, and then it's like,
yeah.
But I do try, because I use that extra bit that I cut over the seam allowance. I use that to make sure I definitely have enough fabric, and so I try to make it the same amount on all of the pieces.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Christine said, thank you for the sew along. Shannon and Stephanie finishing up my Martha Washington block. Have to run to get dinner now. Thanks, Christine, for being here.
I too am doing the Martha Washington.
Judy said, got my blocks done. Only used jacked once. I will send a picture tomorrow. Yay.
Yay. Oh, my favorite part.
Vicki said, I'm at it again too, watching y'all. Shelly said, it will take me a week to get all the sewing machines back upstairs, so shipping wouldn't slow me down much. Yeah. No, I don't mind shipping. It's just not having my husband get the box, and he'll pick it up, go, what is this heavy box full of stuff?
What have you brought home?
What money did you spend this time? He doesn't really care, but he'll be like, so that's what I'm working for.
Yes, it is, darling. Thank you so much for all your hard work.
Yeah, thank you for working for my fabric habit. What is a Martha Washington? It is this block right here.
Hey, Karen.
This is the Martha Washington star block.
Isn't it pretty?
So, there you go. Oh. Marla said, Darlene just posted her picture. Beautiful, Darlene. Awesome. I'll have to go look at that word.
Yeah.
It is freezing in my basement. Oh.
I found a new thing that I need to try. I don't know how I don't know, weird habits have started with. I didn't need to use the knee lifter on the Juki DX because it had auto lift. When you stop sewing, it lifted up. But I find myself pressing the knee lifter while I'm sewing now. And then it's like you're trying to like free motion quilt, and that's not what I'm trying to do. Like, dang it, I'm doing it again.
That's funny.
Or then when I try to use the knee lifter, and then my foot also presses the foot pedal, I'm like, okay, I got to figure out a better way to situate what I'm doing.
You know what I did with the Juki by accident, because the Janome, even though they're like the same machine, the foot pedal's different.
Yeah.
When I was at the retreat. That's what they had me sew on. It was a Juki, and you guys have the thread cutter on the pedal. I kept cutting the thread when I was trying to sew, and I was like, dang it. My seatmate was probably like, what is her problem?
Crazy.
Judy said you could always ship your clothes home and pack your suitcase with fabric.
There you go.
I like that. Actually, when I was in Canada, Stephen was telling me that when they go on long trips, what Walter will sometimes do, and I don't know if he wants me to mention this, but I'm going to, is that he'll take like older underclothes that are probably like almost ready for the bin, and he'll like, instead of bringing home dirty clothes, he'll just throw them away along the way. And I'll be honest with you guys, the last time when I went up to Chicago, I was like, I'm gonna try that, and I did. It was kind of nice not bringing a whole bunch of dirty stuff home.
That's so funny. I love that.
Yeah. Let's see. Shelly said fabric costs less and weighs less than a Model A parts hubby buys.
Oh, well, there you go.
Norma said, hi, all just got up, been sick. Oh, I hope you feel better.
So many people I know are getting this summer bug.
Yeah, Russ is sick. How are you feeling, Russ, if you're still here? Are you feeling better? Shelly said I had to buy one of those goggle things to make my thread cutter stop for free motion quilting. Yeah, that was I didn't know that they did that, because my Janomes don't do that, or not this Janome. So I was like, what's going on? What's happening?
You weren't expecting it. Yeah.
And then I realized it had it, and then every once in a while I'd set my heel the wrong way, and I'm like, crap. That was funny. Dara said, oh yeah, I traveled Europe for 3 weeks with only carry-on, jettison knickers and t-shirts along the way. Yeah. Hey, that's the way to do it, you know?
I love it.
I used to sew in a factory on industrial machines, presser foot, lift with right knee, gas pedal with left foot. It was piecework, so we sewed very fast.
Oh, gas with left foot. And I've driven stick, so I could totally figure that out.
Oh,
that wouldn't be hard.
That would be actually really cool.
Oh, I'm doing it right now. You're a genius.
To make both your feet work too.
Yeah.
Oh no. Russ said Russ was on the mend, except I just sliced my finger.
Uh-oh. Oh, well. He doesn't have the foot cord long enough.
Shelly said, Stephanie, I saw the Janome M8 is out. Do you have FOMO? I just saw that yesterday, Shelly, that there's a new M6 and an M8. I don't really know. I know the difference between the M6 and the M7, but I don't really know what the difference is between the M7 and the M8. I don't know if the M8 is like a newer upgraded version of the M7, because if you look at them side by side, they have all the same specs and everything. So I'm not quite, I've been wanting an M7 for a really long time. I can't afford one. But they look exactly the same to me. So I'm not really sure what the new thing is. The M6 is like a downgraded version of the M7 because it doesn't have like the AccuFeed feet, and it's not got as many like stitches and little knobs and stuff on the front. But
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, Shelly, I don't know what the M8, how it differs from the M7. Marla said, I still haven't opened my new machine. Don't know if it has a thread cutter on the foot pedal. Marla, if you don't open your M7, I'm going to come down there and steal it from you.
You're going to wake up tomorrow morning and nothing's gone.
I know. Like, she got the M7 Continental, the one that I really want. And she hasn't taken it out of the box yet. I'm like, what are you doing?
How do you, oh my gosh, the temptation would be too great. I would not be able to.
I would be like ripping it open on the way home practically. Oh, Chris Herman said, I noticed the M8 said professional, whatever they mean by that. Yeah, and it's in their professional series, which is what I sew on, is the 1600P is the professional as well. They usually have like all metal parts and everything, so it's like a little bit, they're supposed to be like sturdier, and the M6 is not professional, so I think there's more plastic on it, and it looks very similar to the M7 and the M8, but like I said, it doesn't have as many bells and whistles. So but between the M7 and the M8, because the M7 said professional as well, I'm not sure like what the difference is, so it'd be interesting to see, you know, what's up with that. So
it's probably something really small, because
probably
the only difference between the TL18 and the 2010 is the little micro lifter thing for thicker fabrics for making bags.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
that's pretty it.
Gotcha.
So it's probably like a small thing. Oh, and there are a couple more feet that come with the 18.
Oh, gotcha. So, and see, I sew on a Janome 1600P most of the time, and I have the HD9, which is the newer version of this in black. That's the one I call Black Beauty. And actually, somebody just asked me, Catherine, what happened to Black Beauty? And the only difference between the two, because they're exact same machine, is that the HD9 can handle like different, not that this one can't do certain threads, but this one is not as good with like metallic threads. That one's got the special threader, like you were saying. And it's got a brighter like LED light than this one. So they're almost the identical machine. Yeah. But what happened to Black Beauty is packed for retreats. So it's actually over in my bag waiting for the retreat. So rather than taking this one in and out of my cabinet all the time, I just decided to keep Black Beauty for retreats. So
that's brilliant.
Because like I said, they're virtually the same machine, so I can't use two at the same time.
True.
Tamara said, I'll race you, Stephanie. I'm going to get there first, Tamara, because I'm a little, well,
what?
I think I'm closer to her, but maybe I'm not. Maybe we're about equal distance from her. Okay, go. See you.
I was going to say, go now, Tammy. She's live. She can't go anywhere.
MJ said, yes, Marla, rip that puppy open and enjoy. Yeah. Marla said, the box is huge. It took 2 to carry it in the house. It's a huge machine. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
You need to open it up and use it though.
Yes, enjoy it. That's like, I never understood that. People getting fine china for their weddings and then like never bringing it out. Yeah. Use that stuff.
Hi, Donna. Good to see you.
Donna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never understood that either. I mean, I know it's all pretty and stuff, but you want to use it, especially your machine. The other thing too is that you want to bring your machines out, because sometimes, which is what happened with Black Beauty and why she was gone for so long, there's a manufacturer defect. And if you don't bring it out and don't use it in the like warranty period, which is usually like a year, maximum 2 usually.
Yeah. then you're out of luck.
Right. You might not figure out that there's a problem that was a factory problem they will fix for free. And then you've run out of time to get it fixed. So make sure you get those machines out of your boxes. Marla said, I ordered the Janome table to put it in. Order the insert plate. Table is here, but not the insert plate yet. Soon. Awesome. That'll be great. Be nice to have that table that fits in perfectly.
Yeah, that's neat. I haven't had that yet. I've only had, up on the table.
I will tell you that it took me years to invest in a cabinet where my machine went into it. And now that I have, it's really hard, like when we go to retreats, to not sew with it in the table.
Yeah.
I love it. Because I got the insert too, so I can, everything's level. So
it's kind of cool.
It's cool. That's why I can't afford the M7, because I got this instead. But this was important to me to have, because it really does make it easier. MJ said, I just saw that the Fabric Cafe has a new 3-yard quilt book out. Looks like some cute patterns. It's called One Block Quilts. Awesome.
I'm excited about that one. I like that it's like all, one block, and you can just piece it and go.
Let's see. Marla said, yes, it will be much better for my unrepaired shoulder tear. Yeah, definitely. And if you quilt on your domestic machine, which I know Marla does, it just makes it so much easier to be able to like move the whole quilt and not go up over a hump, or it's
yes, the drag or catches on the corner.
Yeah. Or even if you're piecing, like chain piecing a whole bunch of stuff, that's what changed for me, because I'd have to go up, and my machine is significantly thick. I don't know if a better term, from the base to where the needle is, it's several inches. And so most machines aren't as thick as this. So it was a significant uphill. I don't know a better term, but now that it's level, I can shoot pieces through there so much quicker. So
see, now we're learning all of the tricks. Get to be as fast one of these days. I joke about it, but I it's just so zen. I get into the zen. I'm not worried about how fast or oddly, it's the one thing I'm not competitive about.
I just can't. I like to go fast. Now that I have a fast machine, I can't go slow anymore.
Yeah.
I've gone back to my other machine every once in a while. Like I took it to Washington last year, and I was sitting there trying to piece stuff, and its fastest is like turtle on my machine. And I was like, really? But it's a good machine for other things, because this is like yours, it's straight stitch only, right? So it has all the zigzag and all the things that you need to do other products. Yeah. It's got some really cute decorative stitches that when I first got it, I was like playing around when I was binding quilts and did all these different like decorative things on the binding. It was fun. But I just don't use it to piece anymore now that I have this machine. Bye, Philippa. See you next. Well, hopefully we'll see you this weekend, but if not, I will see you next Wednesday.
Oh, so exciting.
I'm so excited. She warned me. She's like, I'm a yeller. She goes, when I meet you at the airport, I might yell. thought that was so cute.
As long as she doesn't scream, I'm surrounded by a-holes.
Right. I don't think she would do that.
No. Well, you never know. Now that you've told that story, that might be fun to do.
Oh, that was, I mean, it's funny now. It was embarrassing at the time, but it's so funny now.
It's a good embarrass her with her, first boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, she thinks it's funny though. We've told her the story a few times, and she's every time thinks she's like, that is just hilarious.
That's good.
She thinks it's even funnier that I left Daddy to like deal with the fallout.
All right. I'm spinning the pinwheel.
Awesome. Whew. Let's see. MJ said, I slide my vintage cabinets up to my dining table and then I have a huge surface. I'm not a fan of quilt wrestling. Yeah. And then Marla said, after swinging a factory, I've had enough of speed, although I do so with my machine on Rabbit currently. Do you sew with it on Rabbit or Jumping Rabbit? Let's see. Russ said, I'm going to have to do some pinky nail work. It's just a nick, a flesh wound, if you will. Oh. Get the glue out, Russ.
I don't know what you ladies think is happening, but it's not. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm not using the pen. I'm just putting it together. Getting the pinwheel together.
Okay, well, I just saw the picture, Russ, of threadbare quilts. I thought I'd go take a peek at that. That's pretty much how Camino Island is, except more. The aisles are actually narrower, if you can believe it. That
Oh my.
Yeah, but that's a good, since you know that visual, Russ, that's a good thought. Like if you have that in your head, yeah, that's kind of like Over the Rainbow is. Yep.
Woo. Did you spin your center?
No.
Nope.
Nope. I pressed it open. The one direction I pressed it opposite, and the other direction I pressed it open. And it came out nice and flat. So
Excellent.
yeah.
That's what I'll do.
My current old Kenmore has 865 stitches per minute. Nice. Only 800. Okay. And Marla said, I spin. Yeah, your M7 is 1300. So that's definitely a significant difference in speed. Yeah. My little machine that I was talking about is the max is 800. And this machine, hence its name, is 1600. So yeah, I was going half speed on that other machine. So Sarah said, and the crazy part is they know exactly what they have in that kind of space. They do, Sarah. There was one girl who worked, well, they had several staff, of course, and there was a gal who, she was kind of like a specialist for the first floor in the front room, and there was like a lady upstairs who was kind of the same. And we were like, where's this? She's like, second rack over, third from the top, three over. And I was like, oh my gosh, she knew exactly where every bolt of fabric was, even though there was literally thousands of bolts.
That's wild.
Yeah. And the lady who did upstairs, I went back to get the Seattle fabric, and I was telling her, I said, oh, one of the other gals at the retreat got this like Seattle skyline and stuff fabric. And she's like, yeah, go upstairs and ask the lady up there, because it's upstairs. So I asked the lady, and she's like, yeah, turn down this aisle, and it's two things down on the end cap. And I was like, I don't know how they know all this stuff. I mean, when you guys see the video, if they let me take a video, I'm telling you, you would never know how they know where all that stuff is. But let me tell you, they have treasures. I mean, I found, like, if you're a Tula fan, they had old Tula lines that you cannot find anywhere else. They had Moda lines that had been sold out for 4 years. They had, who does the Gasleys? Alexander Henry. They had Stonehenge. They had Fairy Frost. They had everything.
Those unicorns that you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If you are a Corey Dantini fan, the lady is a Corey Dantini fan, and that's what's in her secret second barn, is like this huge stash of Corey Dantini. It was like, oh my goodness. It was.
That's wild.
Yeah. Marla said, but still not as fast as the industrial machines that I used for years. I'm sure I will be very happy with it. My featherweight will feel like will feel small after the M7. Yes. Oh yeah, that's right, Math Geek. As she said, and the number of Hoffman batiks was insane. Yes, they had so many batiks, and every color, every pattern. It was, you wanted to cry because you knew you didn't have enough money to get everything you wanted.
Oh. All right. Well, so I won't be able to get the star points on for her, but the pinwheel is done.
Oh, look how perfect it is. It's so cute.
And then there's, there is the star point. We're working on it.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's going to be pretty too. Oh, you guys picked good blocks.
Yes. Del Marie said, I bought a lot of In the Beginning fabrics. Yeah, they had In the Beginning. They had everything. Crazy.
That's cool.
I need a few pieces of flour mill. Hold on. I can't see because that silly little heart thing is in the way.
I know. That was driving me crazy this weekend.
How would I get rid of that? I hate that little.
If you find it, let me know, because it was driving me insane. I can't answer you until this moves. So
yeah. I don't understand exactly what you're saying, Marla, except she said, I need a few pieces of flour mill that I lead you to heck for. I need you to check for. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, flour mill. I can check, but I don't think they have any. That one is really old. That's one of Corey's original. I think it is her. Is it her original one? Flour mill? Or was it Prairie? I don't know. That's from a long time ago. I don't think they have any of that. And I think I only have like a mini charmer that or something, Marla. So
that's the unicorn.
Oh yeah, yeah. MJ said my Singer 201 and 301 are pretty speedy. My treadle and hand crank not so much. I'm old. I actually almost bought a 201 MJ not too long ago. It was at an estate sale, but the guy wanted like a ridiculous amount of money for it, and I'm like, no, they're not that rare,
Yes, don't need it that bad.
Yeah. And then they had another machine there that a Singer 99 that was in beautiful condition in this gorgeous like all wood case, and I didn't want that one, but it was a lovely machine. And he was charging like almost, I should have probably just bought it because it was not very expensive, but I'm like, I don't understand why you're charging that much for that one. And this one, I don't know. but he obviously didn't understand the machines and how much they cost. He just wanted to get rid of it. So lots of the local fabric designers. Yeah. Marla said, I have 28 yards of it. I'm coming to your house. Why are you asking me to get you some?
What are you saving it for?
He said, it is Corey. I think there was 32 in the line. Yeah.
So you're
that
missing.
was a gorgeous line. And I actually do think I have a couple pieces in my closet upstairs that is like my magic closet. But I don't have that much of flour mill because yeah, it was, gosh, I think that was from like 2014 or something. Shelly said, I'm planning to look for an older North Kit print I want. I looked online, but didn't see it. They have some of the other, I can't read it because that silly thing, but I think it says SKUs at the line, so I'm hopeful. I hate that little thingy.
It's very poorly.
It is very poorly placed. Can you put it on the other side or something? MJ said, I think I paid $50 for the 201 in the cabinet. Yeah, MJ, they had it, the guy had it in the cabinet. His parents had passed away. They were in their 90s and she had owned it like forever. I think she was like maybe the first owner of it. I don't know. Because he said he remembered it all the time. And he was not a spring chicken himself. He was probably in his early 70s. And he said he remembered it from growing up. So I think she had it. She's probably the first owner. But it was in the cabinet and everything. And it was in really, really nice shape. You could tell the lady really took care of it. And he wanted like $800 for it. And I was like, you're crazy. I can get one on eBay that looks exactly the same for like $85. And then the Singer 99, which was really, really nice. It was very nice. I'm not sure she even used it because, I mean, it had no blemishes, no scratches. The decals on it and everything were like perfect. The wood case that went over it was in perfect shape. He put that one for like, I think he put it for 75. I should have just bought it, but it was, I didn't understand. I was like, okay. These marked really wrong. Like the 99 should have been more and the 201 should have been way less, but it's okay. I like to go to those things, and if I see something that's not crazy price, rescue them. I'm kind of crazy like that, I guess.
That's fun.
I've rescued a few quilts that way. I'll have to bring one of my rescues and show you guys in the PA.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Do you want to keep sewing or do you want it to go? Do you need to go?
I don't need to go anywhere. No, but I know that, you know, folks like to go shopping.
Yeah, we know that So Yeah is on, so I know some of you will probably head over there, and that's okay, no worries. But I want to see Shannon's block done. And you're not that far. Yes. Oh, look at, you're so close. We're staying.
Yeah, I'm super, super close. That is true.
And it's keeping me from spending money that I don't need to spend.
It's keeping me from buying a raffle ticket I don't need.
Right. I did get one because, you know, I got to try to win that M7.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Marla said, did you get your baby quilt repaired, Stephanie? No, I don't want anybody to touch it. I know that sounds really weird, but my grandma made it. And it's like the only thing that I have left from her. So I don't want anybody to touch it. I have it up in my quilt closet. with my other quilts, and I'm just being really careful with it, not trying to move it around too much, but it's just, I'm just so afraid if somebody
Yeah.
compare it, they're going to take away what I love about it. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but.
Oh, it definitely makes sense. Yeah.
See, that's what I said, MJ. She said that's way too much for a 201. That's what I said. His prices were insane. Judy said, you just about finished. You can do it. That's right. 75 for a really nice 99 is not bad. It's hard not to rescue old machines. Yeah. I wish now I would have gotten it, but I was kind of turned off by the whole the 201. So I was like, I'm not buying anything from them. I get in those moods. I was kind of irritated that he wouldn't even like negotiate, like talk about the price on the 201. He's like, that's firm. And I was like, okay, well, I'm like, you're not going to sell it for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder how firm it was by the end of the day. Like,
right. And he's like, do you know a lot about machines? And I was like, well, I'm a quilter. And I said, I know a fair bit. And I said, and I even told him, I'm like, you have this way overpriced. And I said, not to be rude. And you have the 99. I said, I think it's underpriced for the condition it's in, because it was really, really good condition. So I don't think he really cared though. So that's okay.
You were trying to help him.
I was trying to help him actually, because I don't think there's any way he would have sold that machine at $800. So they're not like anything rare. There's lots of 201s out there still.
Yeah.
So, and you have to have space to put it, because it has to be like, you have to have the cabinet, and you don't have to, but you know, it works better in the cabinet. So you can buy it without it, but
yeah.
Del Marie said, I need to keep my money for Over the Rainbow, right? Marla said, I got one. I got to try to win something, anything. Marla, you just got an M7 you haven't opened. So if you win, Marla, you have them get you the new M8 and you can give me your M7.
There we go. That works out beautifully.
It works out for both of us. Matthew said, is there a quilt museum near you? They might have a textile restorer who could help preserve the quilt without changing it. But I totally understand you not wanting someone else to touch your quilt. Well, here's the thing, you guys. It's not really a quilt. I mean, it is what my grandmother called a quilt. To back up a little bit, she taught me how to sew, but she was not a quilter. She was a garment sewer. And so when she made the only 2 quilts, and I'm using quilts loosely, that she ever made was for my sister and I. My sister's was like a polyester, I don't know. It was a weird looking thing, but it's long gone because my sister never took care of anything. She, I think when she had a fit when she was a kid, like ripped it up and stuff. So oh, Shannon, that's so pretty.
I got a pucker, but it's okay. I'll fix it afterwards.
It's beautiful.
Yay.
Try ironing it really quick. It might iron out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So my sister's doesn't even exist anymore. And mine still exists because my grandparents were super important to me. So I took really good care of it. But mine was not made out of polyester. Mine was actually made out of like baby flannel, which she probably got at the time from like Joann's or something. And it's got like do you guys remember in the 70s, the like Holly Hobby characters or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got like those little girls on there and stuff. But it's flannel, so it's not really a quilt, and it's tied. It's not actually quilted. I just call it my quilt for my grandma because that's what I always, it's more than a blanket, and stuff, but it's not really a quilt, but it's flannel, and you can see through parts of it where it's worn and the color's really faded. And I just feel like if I have somebody like mess with it, it's either going in them to put pieces of something to fix it, it's going to change it. And I don't know, it just, the way it is, it was like from grandma. So,
well, it's not worn, it's loved.
It's loved. It's very loved. Oh, Shannon, I love it. It's so pretty.
I'm gonna fix that. That's gonna drive me nuts, but I love this block. I'm so glad you guys chose this one.
I love it too. And in your colors, it's so gorgeous.
Yay.
I need some of that fabric. That fabric is gorgeous.
Surrey Star. That's where I got it from.
Yeah, yeah. I understand he was pressing it for his own sentimental value and not real value. I don't even think it was sentimental because he didn't really seem to even know anything or care about it. I think he just wanted to sell it to get a little bit of money for the trouble of getting everything out of the house. I know that sounds terrible, but yeah, because a lot of things were very overpriced that they had. Anyway, Melinda said, I'm upset with So Yeah right now. I ordered 6 yards of grunge, 3 different colors, and they somehow don't have an invoice for me. And Zach called my name out for all of them. Oh,
That's a bummer.
that stinks. Sherlock said, Lori says, I was just talking to my daughter about Polly. That's so funny. Russ said, okay, bandages on my finger. I'll finish cutting in the morning.
Yeah, that'd be my cue to stop cutting too.
Yeah. Cheryl said, I've enjoyed listening to you both. Stephanie emailed me the patterns this morning. Thank you, Stephanie. I have one obligation to finish, then I will start. Awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, we convinced Marla. She said, I'm opening the box. I'm glad we convinced you to open the box. That's great.
And to the peer pressure of the thing you already own.
All right. Well, we will let you all go because it looks like we are losing folks to so yeah, but that's okay. Totally get it. Go over there, have some fun.
Yes.
I'm going to watch them as I'm working here. Just I'm not going to turn it. Maybe I'll put it behind so I don't get tempted.
There you go. Yep. Order all the good stuff for me that I'm not going to.
Yes. Sherlock said I had the whole bedroom set, curtains, except yeah, I did too. Like my comforter, like my regular comforter, not my quilt from my grandma, but my regular comforter on my bed and the sham and everything were like Holly Hobby when I was a little kid. You know, that was that time period.
Yeah. That's adorable.
All right, guys, have a great night, and we will see you. Shannon has her vlog coming up here in a couple of days.
Yep.
She usually puts that out on Thursday, and then Saturday I'm going to sew Saturday evening. I've asked several people who did the Harvest Stars quilt if they wouldn't mind coming on, and it seems like everybody's got something this weekend, with the exception of just a few people. So I'm going to put that off for a little bit, and I'm going to do something else. So I'll let you guys know. And then Sunday, Shannon's going to have her brunch at
11 a.m. Eastern. Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. And she's going to keep sewing on her sculliver, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Yay. So we can come on over and encourage her to get that done, which will be awesome. I'm so happy for you and so excited that you seem to be flying through that one. So
I know.
Yeah, really good. Good job. And then my Lacia Love, the last week, that purple and green quilt that you guys have seen me putting together for Fort Worth Fabric Studio. This coming Monday is the last day for that. So we're gonna
that was fast.
Yeah, the whole quilt's up together, and I'm really excited because I think it's gonna be beautiful. So lots of fun, good stuff coming up in the next few weeks. So I will see you guys, and Shannon will see you guys here in the next few days. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.